Alright, hello everyone, Mondevu here. As you can see, I'm playing something just a little bit different. For those of you who don't know, this is the Isle. I mostly popped this video up because I wanted to play the Isle, but I also had stuff I wanted to talk about. And I don't have like a set series that this would go into, even though Minecraft is usually my go-to for talking about stuff. So, just a couple of little announcements because I'm currently waiting out the nighttime, so I'm going to be here for a while. You may notice what is missing on my screen. That's right, there's no XSplit logo. I'm a little bit of an idiot in this because apparently I could like shrink the thing and move it around with the free version, and I did not know that I could do that until I had this game open. And then I opened XSplit because I wanted to record something. And I got the overlay. I can't show you how the overlay looks because all you're going to see is what you're looking at right now. But I can move... I found there was a little box appeared around the logo, and I was able to shrink it and move it, so it was up there where you're seeing that little camera indicator. And I had it up there and was recording for a bit, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. I wish you knew about this earlier. And then I did something I never thought I would do. I found out that XSplit was actually having a really, really good sale. And I bought their premium membership thing. And it's a one-time payment. That's the entire reason I even went for it, is because it was one time. It's not a subscription. It's not you pay this much for how long. It's not, you get it for 5 years. It's not you get it for a month. It's one-time payment. And it was 55% off. So I was like, you know what? This works. Because you might notice the other thing is the quality of the video is better. Now I'm saying this obviously before uploading because, active recording on my end. So I don't know what YouTube is and is not going to allow, but I can now record at 60 FPS and at 1080, which is great because now, if I want to show off a game like this one, you'll be able to see it in much better detail than if I just tried to stick with the free version. So that's one of the updates that I get as a premium member, or a premium lifetime member, whatever. That's one of the benefits I got. And again, it's only because it was a one-time payment and it had a great sale that I even went for it. Otherwise, I would just keep the free version. But, I mean, hey, I get higher level recordings, which is fun because here comes the next announcement. One of my dear friend Wildy, ooh, that sounded like a big dino. And that is a Shanton and Diablo. Anyway, my good friend Wildy, gifted me with video editing software. So one of the things I'm going to try to do is make my own little kind of like documentary type thing with the Isle. I saw one YouTuber doing it and he was doing it with text and I was really kind of enjoying it. So I decided I wanted to do my own kind of version of something like that. But here's the thing. I'm not going to do it with text because... Oh. That sounded close. Because... Oh, that was very close. Because I have too much fun talking through my videos. It feels weird for me to not talk in a video. So I'm going to do a more vocal style of... Oh goodness, that is right on top of me. A more vocal style of quote-unquote documentary. But here's the other thing. As I've mentioned in my Jurassic World Evolution videos, I do not know much about dinosaurs. So I'm going to kind of throw like a story element to it to where the actual narrator is just someone who is stranded on the island, who's stranded on the Isle, and is using drones to follow the dinosaurs around and just kind of observe their behavior. And that way I can comment a little more freely, and if it's inaccurate, it doesn't matter because it's in character. And, that way I'm not sitting here going, oh, hey, this dinosaur was good for this thing, and now it's roaming around, and we see it in this era, and because I don't know any of that crap. I don't even know which dinosaurs were Cretaceous versus Jurassic versus Triassic versus all of that stuff. I legit don't know. I'm like, hey, dinosaurs, so... Another couple of announcements, because I will most likely throw this video up before I throw up any of the others. I have had some Jurassic World Arena videos just kind of sitting on my computer, not uploading them, because I was waiting to learn more about that whole Kappa nonsense. And now that I'm comfortable with the information I have, I will be uploading again more frequently, hopefully. So yeah, I've got a backlog of JWE Arena. You'll get that soon. And I've got 2 of the Long Dark videos coming up. The Long Dark videos, I'm talking about an update that at the time of recording this has already come out, so you'll have to forgive that. I'll put a little note at the beginning of it because I haven't uploaded it. I might use my video editing software for the first time there and at least pop like text or something on the screen just to be like, Yes, I'm well aware this video was uploaded at the incorrect time. Something to that effect, because I don't know who's going to see this video first versus who sees, the Long Dark and Jurassic World Evolution next. So, and on Jurassic World Evolution, we had some DLC drop that I intend to purchase, which gave us what I was fussing about in one of the videos, and that's more raptor skins. Raptor skins that aren't one solid color, like they're actually interesting to look at. So, I'm happy about that. And I wanted to talk about some of this stuff and get it out of my system. So, yeah, this is mostly just an announcement video, but since I'm going to be doing some stuff with the Isle, and knowing me, I'll be wanting to talk about the game as well. I'll go ahead and get that part out of the way now. And boy, why do you gotta be so loud back there? And yeah, I'll talk about that part now, and then that way when I go to do the little documentary type thing, I'm not, oh, and this game is about, because that will completely break character. So yeah, I am currently a Utah Raptor. If you are playing in survival mode on one of these servers, you start out as a juvenile. And you can kind of see that on my screen here. They have four, some of the dinosaurs have 4 growths that they list. Most of them only have like 3. Because this one right here in the middle, I don't know if you guys can see my mouse, I hope you can. But the one in the middle is supposed to be the subadult. Yeah, the Utah Raptor does not have a subadult. I'm going to go from juvenile to adult. Period. The only way you get hatchling is if another player nests you in. So I won't be doing that either. I do eventually want to do nesting because it sounds like fun. Plus I want to hear what all the little calls are like when you are, I'm going to get too distracted by the chat. I'm just going to turn that off. When you are, wow, there goes my train of thought. Sorry guys. But yeah, yeah, I do want to see what it's like with being a hatchling, because when you get nested in, you're basically next to the people that can help take care of you. And I want to hear what all the little sounds sound like, because I nested in someone as an allosaur once. It was my first time nesting anybody in successfully. And I heard one of them doing these little roars, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it squeaked! So now I want to hear like all the tiny baby dino noises. And right now, the only way I can do that is to play as a hatchling in the game. Because while I could go onto one of these sandbox servers and pop in, there's a good chance I'll just be killed, because a lot of the sandbox servers are also deathmatch, so they're on a really tiny map, where basically all you do is fight each other. So, which it's not bad if you find one that's not crowded. It's a good place to practice your fighting skills and to learn what your dino is and isn't capable of. But yeah, if you're gonna run around as a hatchling, that's really not a good place to do it. So I'm on a survival server, hence the Utah Raptor Juvenile. I was on the server last night, and I was a full-grown Diabloceratops, and I was killed by 3 Dilos? Yeah, 3 Dilos. It was a good game, though. It was a good hunt. They did really well. They got me at night, which is what they're supposed to do. The Dilos see really well at night and really far. And they managed to get around my turn radius. The Diabloceratops has a sick turn radius. And just like the Dilos, they can cause a lot of bleed. Like a full-grown Utah Raptor getting one hit, taking one hit from Diabloceratops, it won't die from the hit itself. It will die from the amount of bleed that it does. So it was a really interesting little match. Now I'm gonna have to start looking for food here. I'm concerned because there are large things nearby. Oh, another thing. I can actually have my own customized Be Right Back screen as a lifetime premium member, which is really cool. So I might take advantage of that. So it's raining. I'm not going to be able to scent a darn thing. The rain is starting to lighten up, but that's still not enough. In order for me to get food, I basically need to listen for prey and hope that something doesn't find me. For those of you not in the know, this is just the game with night vision. All dinosaurs have night vision, some better than others. Like the Utah is going to be better than I think the Utah is better than the Diablo, but like the Dilo is better than absolutely everyone. And then the Rex's isn't so good either. So, and there's a lot more dinosaurs than that in here. I've got a few dinosaur games on my list that I like to play besides JWE. This is my favorite. Oh, speaking of Dilos. I really don't want to be seen by that. So I'm just going to take off this way. Whee! The nice thing is they won't be able to track me down by scent because it's raining. Ooh, but they can see and hear me. Jeez, they're everywhere. There must be a water source over there. Yeah, I think there's a water source over there. I have no idea where I am. I know I'm on a map called Thenya, something like that. There is a way for me to find out, but it won't be something that I can do in-game. Well, not completely. I'll show you what I mean. I'll hunker down here since it's going to be a bit. So I have these coordinates over here. All I have to do is click that, and then there's a website I can go to that has the maps, and I paste that in the place where it asks for it, and it shows me where I am on that map. So, like, I'll know, but you guys as viewers will have no clue, and then you'll be stuck with the be right back screen, which I have not yet customized. So, right now I'm just going to kind of meander. Based on this one hill, I'm hoping I'm somewhere near Great Lake, but I don't know if that's the case. Yeah. Maybe, because I think I came up this way as a Diablo. Thenya is a smaller map. It's not the smallest. The smallest by far is Region 2, which I used to play in a lot. I still like Region 2, but I don't think any server plays it anymore. So I've been adapting to V3, which I actually really like, and Thenya. Thenya is okay. Thenya is the map that I kind of started getting back into the Isle with after one of my buddies, she kind of showed me the ropes on a trike on the V3 map. Just to give you an idea of what night looks like, this is why night vision is necessary. The only reason you can even see the stars over there is because the sun is starting to come up. Like, it usually starts to rise right about 4. We won't get, like, full light until closer to 5, though. But, yeah, night vision is necessary. Night vision also used to be an absolute mess. Because this is a game that I played a little more than a year ago now. But my computer was a potato back then. Well, it was an iMac, so I would say not a potato so much as maybe like a rutabaga or something. I don't know. It was a Brussels sprout. It was fancy, but it was still basically a potato. So I couldn't run the game after a while. But while I could, night vision was one of the last things they added on top of the first run of the V3 map, which I think the oh, good. I can start smelling for food and water. The map for V3, I think the height map for that is the same as when it first came out. Yeah, that's water down there. That's probably also where the dial is. Okay, so this general area is where all the dials are. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go to that water source right there. And maybe I'll find some AI that I can kill. That's a dibble. I'm not interested in that. But yeah, it had 2 maps at the time. Redwoods, I couldn't even run because my computer just lagged like a mofo. And V3, which, like I just said, I think the height map is exactly the same, but they've added actual detail to it. So, V3 was flipping massive when it first came out, but it was kind of boring to look at, in all honesty. It was, hey, look at all the pine trees. And there weren't even these pine trees. They were like the kind of pines that are more like these, where it's like way up there. They're pine needles. And, like, some were halfway down, but, like, for the most part, there were no real good hiding places. The bushes were completely different. And there was no water. Like, not no water, but, like, where there's water now, there was none before. So, yeah, it was a mess. And night vision at the time was also a mess because it was, like, solid white. It was like, here, let's put this blinding bright, for no good reason, gamma on your screen as our excuse for night vision. This is actually kind of a cool little area because I can almost blend in. Even in day-ish. I'm going to say day-ish because, obviously. But yeah, I do enjoy the game. I am one of those people that doubts it will ever actually be finished. It's early access. If you don't like or want early access games, don't get it. I mean, it is a functional game in the sense that it has a solid player base and they all find their own fun things to do on it. What was... I don't even know what that was. I'm not sure I recognize that call. Oh, that's an Ava. I can kill that. Where are you at? I'm hungry. There is AI to hunt in the game. It's not great AI. Ooh, wow, what an interesting little... Interesting, because it's not particularly easy to get right there, so I could just, like, nestle in here and hide. Yeah, and if I do this, you can't see the glow from my eyes for night vision. That's kind of cool. I wonder where this is. I'll have to find out. Let's see. It's getting to be light out. Where am I? I have no idea. I have no idea where I am. I'm not even sure how much further up this hill I can go. But I still need food. But yes, there is AI to hunt. There's 3 species. There's the Avaceratops, which is like a tiny trike, for those of you who are like me and don't really know much. There's the... I cannot pronounce the names of the other 2, so I'm going to call them by their nicknames. One is the Oreo, or Oro, because it is like an Oro something other. We call it Oreo because its head is black and white. And then there's the Taco. Its name does not start with taco, but the word taco is in the name, so that's what we all called it. And I think that stemmed from people like me who were like, I'm not going to pronounce that. But yeah, if I can find one of those. What happened to that Ava that was hooting around? It must have been killed by something. Or someone, rather. The AI does not fight back. I believe that... I know that the Ava can, because you can also play as an Ava if you're on a sandbox server. But... yeah, the AI does not fight back, which right now is very good, because if I was trying to go for an Avaceratops as this tiny thing, I think it would one-shot me. Darn it. I don't hear anything else. I don't think I've ever been to this section of the map before. Oh, that's the radio tower. Okay, I have a loose idea of where I am now. Yeah, okay. This is different. And there's still no AI for me to kill. I need to eat. I need some food. But yeah, there is a scent system. I like it okay. It needs some work. But, you know, it's got to be fair, because it can't just be, here's the obvious scent trail, and here's the player right here in bright neon colors. But, you know, it also can't just be what it is now, which is, on the regular, your scent trail will disappear. Like, if you're tracking someone, if they have not been there recently enough, the scent trail will just completely vanish for no apparent reason. That's a log. Okay. Yeah, the tacos look just a little bit like logs. So, hence my confusion. This is actually kind of a nifty little place here. I wonder where this is. Alright. So yeah, there's a food and water system. Stamina, health. Your health indicator is usually your screen. And also your dino. So like you won't be able to see other players' health bars at all. But you can guess based on how scarred up their dinosaur is. For example, I'm probably about to be starting to take some... Yeah, I'm going to be taking some hunger damage soon. If I can't find food. I really, really need food. Like, really need food. I need to find a taco or an Oreo or an Ava. Or even an unattended galley baby, which would definitely be a player. I'm currently playing on a server that has semi-realism rules. Oh. I hear things. There's a taco and an Oro and something else nearby. The Oro is this way. The Oro I will be better able to see. That's why I'm going to go for it. Multiple tacos. Whoa. Oh, it's a Packy. That's a player. He's doing the friendly dance. He's also taking off, and I'm glad he did, because he'd probably just kill me. Oh, that's an aloe. I don't want that. Not as a juvie. Oh, there's the Oreo. Come here. That's a Carno. I don't want that either. So I'm going to eat and then, like, go hide. The general joke about this game is that it is sit in a bush simulator. And that was definitely true a year and a half ago, because they introduced what they called a progression system, where you would have to accumulate points to play as different dinosaurs, and they would all go up different trees. So, like, if you wanted to be a Utah, you had to start as a Velociraptor, and then I think go to Austroraptor, and then maybe something else before you... Oh, no, you had to go Velo, Herrera, and then you could get Utah. And then if you wanted to be a Carno, you could go there, but then that tree ended. And if you wanted to be something else, you could go a different way. But you could never play as all the dinosaurs in a single playthrough because of how they branched off. and it took a stupid amount of points to get anywhere. Like I think it was like I know that it was a really stupid amount of points for a lot of the bigger dinosaurs. Now, granted, on the one hand, I get it. You don't want tons of apexes running around, but on the other hand, nobody wants to just sit on the server for hours waiting for their points to accumulate. And it really was that bad. The hunger system we have now works a lot better. Okay, good. I'm full, and I'm gonna go hide in the bush because I don't want that Carno finding me. But yeah, the food system we have now is much better because we actually get hungry. There are reasons to hunt and interact with people outside of just I'm a dinosaur and I want to kill you. Or even just I'm a jerk and I want to kill you, because that happens in a lot of games. And so, you know, you're constantly moving around looking for other players and or AI, because the AI does not spawn everywhere. I think it usually only triggers when you're a carnivore, which makes sense. And it usually spawns somewhere behind you, but not in the entire map. Not even in all of Venya. Like there's areas where I have been starving and not found any AI, and the AI will always announce itself. It always makes contact calls and things of that nature. That's what that taco was doing back there. So the AI is both easy and difficult to find. Like if you're in an area, if there's enough players nearby, I think the AI will spawn regardless, because the more players there are, the more chances the AI will spawn. But I'm pretty sure there's large chunks of map in both V3 and Thenya where AI simply doesn't spawn. I'm going to go ahead and tuck down here, because this seems like as good a place as any. Hiding in pine trees is a very common thing to do. And I didn't pick the skin that blends in because I wanted to look a little bit prettier. I do have a green skin that I use. It has the exact same pattern, so it's not like PCE skins or anything. But you can customize them to a certain extent. It's just that your palette is limited. So I picked a color palette that I think is similar to the Carnotaur, because I really like that color palette. So that's what I went with. And now I'm just going to sit in a bush for a while. How much more do I have to go? 79%. That's not too bad. Yeah, so I guess while I've got the screen up, I'll go over it. You can highlight this, but you can't do jack diddly squat with it, so I'm not going to go over it. I think I know what it was supposed to be, but since they're remaking the game, I can't really even say recode, because they've legitimately built the code from scratch. But like, yeah, it's just, so they're remaking the game, so I don't know if this is even going to be here. But I know that originally you were supposed to be able to put in different strains of DNA for your dinosaur to get, like, weird dinosaurs. And I don't mean weird as in this particular dinosaur looks strange. I mean weird as in this dinosaur did not exist and is clearly a mutant. So I do believe that's what this is supposed to be for. I don't know if this particular layout is going to be kept. So yeah, the little red icon here, the little red drop, that is your bleed. Because animals can make you bleed, and if you bleed too much, you will die. As the game currently is, I believe that's going to change with the remake, but I don't know how much. I think I remember hearing something somewhere about, like, the bleed just kills your stamina, and then eventually your dinosaur lays down and just never wakes up. Which is realistic, because, when you lose too much blood, you get tired, and then you don't wake up, so it makes sense. And this one right here is for if you break a bone, which you can do in this game. When that was first introduced, it sucked. You could basically do the dinosaur equivalent of stubbing your toe, and you would have a broken leg for like 30 minutes. It was ridiculous. But now it's much more balanced out in comparison to how it was, which I'm very thankful for. And certain dinosaurs are much more prone to breaking their legs than others. For example, the Utah here, because I can jump, and especially because I'm a juvenile, it's gonna take a bit more for me to break my leg. But like, if I was the Diabloceratops, and I like launched myself over the, if anyone has Telegram, that was me. And if I launched myself over the side of a small but sharp hill, I'm gonna break my leg because I'm short and fat. So even as a juvenile, that's going to happen. So the leg break system just makes a lot more sense now. I am coming to the end of this video. I'm probably going to go ahead and cut it here. There's more I can say about the game itself. But I have no idea what made that noise. But I've covered pretty much what I want to. I've made my announcements, so here you go. You know, kind of enjoy it for what it is. If anybody wants to see more regular gameplay, regular commentary, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'm mostly just going to use this to record for my quote-unquote documentary. So I'll see you guys in all my other videos.